The morning started with the presentation of a case study competition, the oral part of that case study competition, where students from schools from around the country were asked to give a solution using communication technology to create a better live arena experience, specifically for people with various disabilities. After that, at around 11 o'clock, we started a panel featuring a couple of top communication technology, sports communication technology experts. One, Frank Golding, who was the former vice president of YouTube Sports North America, and the other, Chip Foley, who is vice president of High Point Solutions, which is a company that does communication technology implementation at arenas across the country, but also was the former vice president of Ratner Group and Barclays Center, and he was responsible for all the technology that went into the Barclays Center, and really is one of the leaders in that discipline across the country. From there, we had lunch, and that included the presentation of a research project that some of our students and faculty have been working on, where they looked at the use of Google Glass as offering a form of augmented reality at sporting events and comparing that to people's use of, say, smart devices or media guides. So we were looking at how Google Glass could enhance or change the live sports viewing experience. Then there was a keynote address by Frank Golding, and then in the afternoon we had tutorials where some industry experts offered students in groups sessions where they learned how to better use technology in sports.
I think there was a really good attendance. There was a lot of people from other universities like St. John's, Western Connecticut College. So it wasn't just Marist kids that were there, but there was a lot of students in the local area that were able to come to.
I was really impressed with the diversity we had. You know, we had people from Michigan, we had people from Connecticut, people from Alabama. So I thought we had a pretty solid turnout.
We wanted students to be able to see what some industry professionals were doing and try to think about connecting some of our students with those industry professionals, both professionally, and try to raise the bar here with regards to the standards in which we did our practices. In other words, what we wanted students to be able to take away was, this is how they're doing things in the business, this is how we'd like to start doing things in class, and start to replicate that process so that they were meeting what people were doing in the business.
You know, we were offering some workshops and tutorials where people got to talk to industry professionals, so people could kind of develop their skills that way. We had some really interesting speakers that are at a really high level in their field, so just learning about the business and some different ways of looking at things. I feel like I learned a lot, you know, from those speakers, so hopefully others did too.
My favorite part was probably the workshops, just because you were able to work with industry leaders hands-on, one-on-one, and they're able to critique your work, like your websites, your reels, and they gave us a lot of useful feedback.
The highlight of the day for me was probably presenting the research that we've been working on in the center, and getting some of our students up in front of the group and presenting the research and doing a great job in doing so.
I thought the students that did attend got a lot of good information out of it. I thought that the speakers that were there did an excellent job sort of summarizing what the important parts of their jobs were. And I think the takeaways from a lot of the students and even some of the faculty that attended it was a really positive experience.
I think the event was an overall success. I mean, it's always challenging doing an inaugural event, and you never know what to expect, and you never know what's going to work and what isn't. But I think overall, I think it was a really successful day. I think it was a great first step into becoming a leader in this field of sports communication and technology, and I think it set a really good kind of foundation and precedent for future summits.